from Wet Mongrel. Really for paddleboarding and supping, and if anybody has groups or stuff, I think they'd be well advised to use Ian's. Yeah, exactly. Well used. It's a brilliant paddleboarding company. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce Ian Walsh, and I'll talk to you.
Yeah, thanks everyone for coming. I guess I've been to a lot of these talks, maybe 80% of them, and they've all been brilliant, but the main reason I was nagging Karen to talk was because I'm just really passionate about adventures, but also doing them on a shoestring. All the stuff I've done, I haven't had a penny to my name, and that's why the first slide is workaway.info. This is how I got to Norway, this is how I got to Mexico, this is how I got to Guatemala and had some of the best adventures of my life. It's 12 euros a year, just 12 euros. All you have to do is pay for the flight. So the host, so that could be any of you in the room, if you want something done in your house, whatever, you're the carrot dangler. And you have to dangle the carrot for the donkey and make it as juicy as possible. And in this circumstance, I was the donkey. I was joined by many donkeys who weren't as good at carrying their weight. However, yeah, I just can't speak enough about this website and other websites because you can basically get a flight and you can have a holiday, you can do anything, you can use your skills, be it computing, be it childcare, be it working with animals, be it teaching, be it anything, personality, whatever, and you can get a job or an opportunity somewhere. You don't need a work visa because you are volunteering, and they base it on 20 hours a week for board and food. This one was maybe 100 hours a week sometimes, but that's where the story goes. So yeah, I guess before I move on to slide number 2, before I went to Norway in 2012, the winter of 2012, 2013. I lost my apartment. I broke my back, I was financially screwed, and I was working in a children's residential unit, working now, and I'd reared a kid from 13 to 18. He's a great kid, and he helped me with this presentation, and he helped me tonight. I hope he's watching. But people would say, like, you know, your kid, and I say, no. Applied for a lot of places. Some of them were great, and some of them never replied back to me. They didn't like my medical history, they didn't like whatever. But basically, I ended up in Alta in northern Norway. So it's the second most northern city in the world. It's in the Arctic Circle. Yeah, a bit different from here. So yeah, we'll move on. So, which one's the laser? The bottom one, is it?
Top.
Top one, brilliant. Yeah, so this is also here. It's in Finnmark. So Finnmark is like a province, like Connacht is to here, Finnmark is to Norway. So you can see Tromsø is there, that's in the Arctic Circle also, so we're above Finland, above Sweden. So yeah, basically it was 3 flights. Dublin to Oslo, Oslo to Tromsø, and Tromsø then onto Alta. The flight from Tromsø to from Oslo to Tromsø to Alta, it's a bit like the Dublin Shannon to New York. You stop in Tromsø, but you don't get off if you're going on. The plane empties, you know. So yeah, just look at my notes here. Down. Sweet. Okay. So I was getting on the plane to Alta, and these are all the people behind me. This isn't my photo. This is just a random photo. All Japanese, all Chinese with face masks on. I'm like, am I on the right plane? Okay, but yeah, I didn't know what was going on, so I checked with the person. They're like, oh yeah, they have to go to the Northern Lights, because if they conceive a baby under the Northern Lights, it's a Northern Lights myth that they have loads of luck and wealth, and so the wealthy people in China and Japan and Korea come to Tromsø and Alta to ride each other.
Come on in. No, I
That's
wouldn't.
what I do.
To make love.
So, doing this, getting on this flight, I was so relieved. I applied for 25 jobs. I'd given up my job, I'd given up my house in the lovely Bull Island. I don't know if you know Bull Island, but it's west of Ireland in Dublin. It's amazing. And I didn't have a job. You know, like, what are you going to do, Ian? You've got 2 years off work. I was like, it's grand, it's all under cover. It's all sweet, I've got it sorted. So, yeah. So basically...
So you wanted to go to make babies? Oh.
So yeah, I had my leaving party. I had a ticket to Alta. It was all good. We're going to Alta. Happy days. So the lads are like, right, what are you doing? I said, look, I'm working with this company, because I got about 7 applications. Some of them were good, like as in high end, and some of them the McDonald's of dog sledding. They were up in Lapland, which no one knew which country was. There's Thompson flights to that place, and you have to be Santi every day, and it's Groundhog Day. It's humiliating. It's 1,000 dogs. It's just, yeah, Groundhog Day, as I said. So I was like, I'm not doing that. I'd rather quit and do something else. So I got this amazing opportunity to go up to Alta, to Eric Nielsen, who had basically been a pioneer in the dog sledding scene. So in the 1980s, they changed the tax laws in Norway, and anyone going up to Finnmark, they would have almost, like say, 20% or 15% tax, whereas in other regions, Oslo would be about 40%, Tromsø would be about 35%, but this is the lowest tax. It's to get people up. So it was basically like a hippie movement. Anyone who loved dogs, who did any dog sledding, went up there to set up dog kennels. There's guaranteed snow, there's guaranteed ice, and there's a low tax. So this guy I went to work for, he went up in the 80s as a mechanic, and he got a few dogs, and he grew his business, and fair play to him, he was fucking amazing. So yeah, back to this. So we're in, and I'm in George Bernard Shaw, and the lads are like, oh, who are you going with? What's happening? I'm like, oh, I'm working with this amazing dog sled company. It's Eric Nielsen. I'm going to be there for 6 months, and I'm going to be a dog handler. It's basically like a stable hand. So you are doing all the dog's work, pardon the pun, all the work in the yard, everything, and you're going to be training the dogs. You're going to be bringing them out, running them, ready for competition, ready for the main guys to take the reins, literally, and go for it. So he said, oh, who are you going with? I said, as far as I know I'm going with this guy called Eric from Wisconsin. And 2 of the lads pissed themselves. I said, what are you laughing at? They're like, oh, we're big Fargo fans. Your man's probably a Norwegian. 3rd generation. Yeah, 3rd generation Norwegian. I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, no, I bet you he's like 6'5", 3rd generation Norwegian. Come over there to learn dog sledding and learn Norwegian. Sure enough, he was. Brilliant. So I got on the plane, see all these sea of Chinese, Japanese, Koreans, and at the back, apart from the odd Scandinavian I see Eric. Brilliant. Eric is a mix between these two.
Oh.
Like, if I was the other persuasion, I might be tempted. So yeah, we got off the plane, and between security and meeting our hosts, I met Eric. I said, "How are you getting on, Eric?" And he was like, "Yeah, good man, good. Who are you?" I'm your partner. We're going to be doing the dog sledding for 6 months. You know, we're going to be doing the Finnmark slope thing. He's like, "Okay, grand. Whatever." Waiting on the script. Young lad. Gym instructor. Yeah. He was what a Norwegian should look like. So anyway, yeah, this is Eric Nielsen. Eric, happy Eric. He is a 3-time winner of the short race of the Finnmark slope, which is the 3rd longest, toughest dog race in the world. Okay. Eric met Eric. Same spelling, man love. Loved each other. Brilliant. Eric was amazed. I came through. Eric had obviously not been on the internet. We talked to each other on the phone, but Eric had never seen a picture of me. Eric had not been on Workaway. Eric had not done his homework. Eric had just listened to my phone calls. So I rocked up. I'd lost my main skiing jacket and I was wearing this sheepskin. And I came through and Eric's like, "Fuck are you?" Like, it was like a horrible bad date. I don't know if any of you it's a terrible time of internet dating or anything like that, but it's when you're on an internet date and the person, the photo, doesn't look like the person it is. I rocked up and he was like, "Who the fuck are you? And what the fuck is that jacket?" I could see it in his eyes. So he said to me, "Who are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm Ian." And he's like, "Oh, okay. Brilliant." Wasn't happy. "What is that jacket?" "It's a sheepskin jacket." And he's like, "Well, that won't keep you warm." And I was like, "Yes, it will. I've had it in New Zealand. It's a sheepskin jacket from New Zealand. Do you not have sheep here?" And he's like, "Yes, of course we do." I was like, "Well, why don't you make jackets from it?" "Oh, I don't know." I was like, "Well, maybe put that on the list." So this is Eric here, king of the sleds. This is angry Eric. That's the face he had when he saw me. Wasn't too happy. So yeah. So we got there, and I was fucking elated. We'd driven there. We couldn't see very much. It's all dark. It's in November. There's no light. There's light for like, I don't know, 18 minutes. Oh. But you don't see the sun. It's just a little bit of light. But we got to the yard. I was living above the yard, and I could hear the dogs. I couldn't see them because they turned off the lights for night time, but I knew there was a lot of them, and I was just happy. And I was stuck there because I had no money, so it was what it was. So yeah, Eric prepared a big dinner, and he said, "Right, you guys put your bags up. There's your room. Choose your beds. Come down, and before dinner, ground rules." Okay, Eric, ground. So yeah. Work hard. That's fine, no worries. Be on time, grand. Don't fucking... When I say 7 o'clock, I mean 7 o'clock. The dogs need feeding. If one gets up, the dogs will start howling. You need to be, as a team, on time, grand. And no playing fast and loose with your colleagues. I thought it was a sled dogging team. A sled dogging term. I said, "What does that mean?" And he's like, "You know, you cannot be with your colleagues." I was like, "Do you mean..." I don't know. But basically he was saying, don't go with the colleagues. I tight ship and I'm keeping an eye on you. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, so after the work hard and all this stuff, he gave us some warnings. He said, "Look, no matter what, I'm giving these warnings now. Be careful of the motorcycle gangs in Alta." I was like, okay, so these are the motorcycle gangs, right? So I'm looking out, and there's a lot of ice on the roads. I'm talking a couple of inches of ice. So I was like, "Eric, when are these motorcycle gangs coming out?" He said, "Oh, they come out for 12 weeks a year." 12 weeks. So they're coming after you in the summer. So I said, okay, that's fine. I said, but are they hanging out in any bars in Ulta? Do I need to be careful? He said, oh no, they're not allowed to wear their patches, and most of them are barred. So basically, I had nothing to fear. They do come up, and there is a big motorcycle gang presence, but they can't ride on ice, so they're like the most useless motorcycle gang. Okay, buddy, that's grand. So yeah, the next one he said you need to be careful of the Sami people. So I don't know if you're au fait with the Sami people. They live from northern Sweden to northern Norway to northern Finland to northern Russia, and they are the natives. They are the indigenous people of the area. The most Sami people are in northern Norway. There's 30,000 of them approximately. There's different groups who are experts in different places. Like there's mountain Sami. The places where I was, there were more reindeer Sami. So like 10% of the Sami population are the reindeer hunters. They don't adhere to borders along the north of the continent. They think that's where the elves stories comes from. An average male is 5'1", and an average woman is 4'11". And he said, you've got to be careful because they're quite angry. Yeah, they're short, Small man syndrome personified. And then he's like, oh, but they carry knives. And I was like, okay, but everywhere I've seen, everyone's carrying tools and stuff, and but yeah, basically, they were the best people I met up there. They're the most trustworthy people. I couldn't speak highly enough of them. They've had a very tough time in terms of they've been there for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. That's where all the Christmas colours from. That's where a lot of the Christmas stuff comes from. That's where the reindeer stuff comes from. They even, I've seen them on sleds with reindeers. I've even seen them ski luge behind a reindeer. So we went up to Kirkenes and saw them holding on to a reindeer with one leash going around a racetrack. Like it's unreal. They're just, yeah, brilliant people. If you ever get a chance to meet the Sami, they're amazing. And where I was living, where we're going to go to, I'll show the video. Up in the mountains in the Finnmarksloka, there's areas you cannot build as Norwegian white European. You have to be a Sami person. It's a reservation, but not a reservation as in they're the only people who can have a house there. So they're born with a name, and they're born with a yoik, which is their singing voice. So they have a song they're born with and a name they're born with. So there is no internet reception, there's no phone. Your phone says frozen. Below 30, it's like not usable. So they have a yoik still now that they can call, and if they call the other person, they know Michael's over there, John's there, Sheila's there, happy days, sweet. Because they can't see each other, and even if they're short distance away, there could be snow storms, ice storms, snow blindness, whatever. So they use their voice to carry across the valley, so they know who's there, what's there, Next one, yeah. So this is more of the Sami people. Yeah, really colourful. That's all where all the Christmas stuff comes from, all the reindeer, all that stuff. It's funny. Okay. So yeah, then onto the dogs. Oh, so they warned me about the Sami people, and they warned me about the motorcycle gangs, brand, whatever. But they didn't warn me about the food. So Eric's, the guy who I was working for, his big funny thing was to get Ian to fucking taste different shite food. So, yeah, we have lutefisk. I don't know if any of you are familiar with it. It's a whitefish in sodium chloride. It's horrendous. It tastes shite. I think it was good back in the day, and it was there for a reason, but it shouldn't be there anymore. It's horrendous. This again, blackfish. It's pickled fish. It's been pickled for ages. This falls. The dogs won't eat it. Like it's bad. And then yeah, it's whale meat. You trick me into eating this, but you have to soak it in milk for 2 days, so it takes the taste of whale off. That's how bad it is. So you can still smell. If you've ever been out to a seal colony, it smells a bit like that, but they soak it in milk, so it tastes a bit like meat. You trick me into eating it, but yeah, funny man. So yeah, this is another one. Brown cheese.
Oh.
It's not even cheese. If you see it, don't get near it. Like they have it on waffles. They have strawberries and waffles, cream, brown cheese to ruin the fucking thing. Horrible. It's not even cheese. I don't know what's made of. I don't want to know. Yeah. So this is the Finnmark's Lopet. This is the reason we came over. So Eric had been a 3 times winner in the early 90s, and Maya, who was the manager of the place, she was the protege, and he wanted her to run the Finnmark's Lopet, be it the short race or the long race, and that was the reason why we were there. We were training the dogs, and she was entering races, and she was going to hopefully get to that spot. She'd been 3 or 4 years training with the dogs, learning the pack. So yeah, this is a short video of the history of the Finnmark's Lopet, so just for your info, so if I press this one.
Since 1981, the toughest sled dog races in the world have come here each year to challenge Finnmark. A frenetic battle, not just against other competitors, but against ice and snow, arctic winds, dark nights, and temperatures that can drop below -40 degrees Celsius. The race is over 1,000 kilometers. It takes a week. Between ocean and mountain, and over the plateau, from Alta to Kirkenes, right up to the Russian border, then back to Alta again.
You must be ready for anything. Some would call it a race where men must be men. But a woman can emerge to be the outright winner. I know what I'm talking about because I have proved I'm right.
But there is also a wonderful atmosphere among everyone involved, from start to finish, an international meet. Finnmarksløpet has an important position in the dog sled world. It started quietly, but now attracts the best racers from about 20 countries. A gathering of the peoples of the north has become a gathering of dog sled racers from all over the world. Ambassadors of the United Nations Millennium Development Goals with the motto, where peoples meet.
I've always liked challenges. This team of dogs is going to participate in the 1,000-kilometer long Finnmarksløpet. I participate with the deepest respect, not only for nature, but most of all for these animals. The dogs are the true heroes in Finnmarksløpet. And if you want to get a good result, first of all you have to be able to work like a team with the dogs. Okay, yep.
Welcome to Europe's longest and the world's northernmost sled dog race.
Yes, I'm delighted that one worked because I wanted to show you actually a bit of the race and a bit of the history, because as much as I could talk, that they're better, and that's the only one I can find in English. So Eric Nielsen was the guy I was working for. He was the founder of Holmen Hundesenter, which is now I think it's Holmen Husky, and he's the Finnmark's Lopet Limited class winner. It's a 498-kilometer race. So he won it in 1992, 1993, and 1995. But if you look, this is 498 kilometers, right? In 92, he did it in 1 day and 20 hours and 36 minutes.
Jesus.
And look at the next year. This is the weather conditions that are up there. 4 days, 5 hours, 50 minutes is the winner. So like the difference in that. And then 1995 is 3 days, 11 hours. So it's crazy. Like it can be. This is like still calm, flat, and then yeah, it kicked off because it's so close to the coast. The wind, the Arctic wind can pick up horrendously, it can drop off, and it can beat the shit out of you basically. So yeah, it's just impressive, the different winning times. So yeah, these are some of the dogs that we work with. This is Fanta. She's a beautiful dog, but basically my first job when I ride with Eric, after the dinner and after the ground rules and all the other rules, was to learn every single dog. So I'm missing a video from here, which is a video of the dog yard in the day and the magpies annoying the dogs and eating their food. But I'll attach that to the link on for afterwards. But basically we had to learn pretty much 100 dogs. Now, that might seem easy, but in darkness sometimes you can't see the nameplates. And some of them, as you'll see in the next slides, they'll hang their head out slightly, right? But if a dog's out, he's got different colours on his back, he's walking differently, he's looking differently. They're like humans, like it's so difficult to find. So that's the same dog there, which is pretty obvious, I guess. So they're all Alaskan Huskies. So that fella would only poke his head out. Before I explain the Alaskan Huskies, like you've got 90 to 100 dogs in the yard, apart from the puppies. Some of them are introverts, some of them extroverts. Some of them don't fucking like each other, you know? So you've got to be so careful when you're putting them onto the team. You've got to put them between your legs and hook them onto the line that they don't mix, because they're a super friendly breed. They're the friendliest breed you'll ever meet, but it's 100 people who don't necessarily like each other in the one place. It's got to kick off. And the amount of dog fights I had to break up was not funny at 3 in the morning in big boxers. So yeah, this guy, he just wanted to keep his head in. This guy was always outside. This guy, Finlay, was always sideways. I don't know why. He just that's the way he rolled. Some of them are best mates until they get to 2 or 3, and then you need to separate them because something's happened or he's made a new best mate. It's like in primary school. So you have to change the things, and maybe it's been too cold or I haven't had a screw to change around the nameplates. So you've got to remember every single dog. Every single dog. You've got to remember 100 of them. It's tricky. It's this one here, yeah. So this one here is very interesting. So basically, the Alaskan Husky is the dog of choice for a long distance race. In Norway, it used to be the Greenland dog. The Greenland dog actually is from Norway, but it passed down to Denmark and it was put out to Greenland. And it's the only dog in Greenland. They don't mix any other dogs. Where it's a bit super aggressive, to be honest. But these guys, they're not recognised as a breed, but they're basically a winter dog. They generally would have 2 coats, a down coat and an outer coat, but the ones that don't, they might shed 4 times, 5 times a year. This one's a mix of a German pointer and a collie, and only a little bit of winter dog. But they're all Alaskan Huskies. It doesn't really matter. They're like a super mongrel. But all that matters is their heart, their strong, their paws and their brain, where they don't pull too hard. Some lads have great paws, great heart, but they're like, come on, come on! You can't have that because it pisses off the rest of them, but also they're going to die of a heart attack because you have to keep a consistent pace. These guys, we're training them to do 100k a day, the 18. So basically there's 100 dogs, we split them into A, B, C and D. Some of them for tourists, some of them are for the race, but basically the good guys, they're doing 90k, 100k, 5 days a week. So yeah, it's full on. This guy liked to sleep in the snow on top of his kennel. Didn't want anything to do with this. That was one of the pups.
Do they all have names, Ian?
Yeah, they all have names. Yeah, so basically every puppy group had maybe say this puppy group has Star Wars names. This puppy group is named after fruit, so you can know. So this is Kiwi. Kiwi fucking hated other dogs. Hated other dogs. Loved running. Didn't want to talk to them. Didn't want anything to do with them. Leave me on my own. I'm on top. Fuck off. This is one of the oldest dogs. He's an amazing dog with some of the pups, and you can see his neck is kind of wrinkled and he's lost his hair. He's been living indoors, so he doesn't have the outer winter coat. As soon as we brought him in for retirement, he was leave my coat in the door, thanks. And he just became like a really wrinkly old man with like no coat. He was kind of mad after a few weeks. So these are the pups. They're all together, but again, you've got to learn every single one of their names, and you don't know which is which. So it's really, really important in this game, like, if you don't know shit, to put your hand up and say, actually, I don't know shit. I learned a lot of life lessons in that respect. I would always be that way, but I learned it hard this way. Okay, this is the way it usually goes. Traditionally, originally, in Alaska and Norway, when they were hunting for seals or fishing, they would have gone in a V formation to put the pressure over the ice. And if there's holes in the ice and they're going for a hole, they want them to split. But when we're doing sled dog racing, we want them in a linear chain, okay? So there's myself there, the trainer, or the musher, or whatever. The most important here, I'm pointing. I'm learning this. Okay, we've got the lead dogs, okay? They say they're the most important. That's what everyone says. I don't buy it. They're the clever ones, but some of them are quite arrogant. It's funny to say that, but they're up their own Swiss. Yeah, because there's very few that can go on the front, and they all talk to each other, and they be like, yeah, I'm a lead dog, like, and they get the best. They get the first choice of women because they want more lead dogs. No, but I'm not joking. All the dogs in the yard, they know what's going on, so they're like, bastards. So then there's the swing dogs here. They're not swingers. They just do the turns. Okay, so they're really good at running on a bend. So if you've ever done relay, there would be a bend runner. They would be taking the relay button. I used to always be better at running on a bend than the thing. At the back, you've got the wheel dogs. They're usually, like, these dogs can be any size, but the wheel dogs, they're more like the second row and they have to have long legs, because at times we're going across the Finnmark's plateau, and the snow is crazy deep, and I'm like a dumbass putting my foot down, and I'm up to here in the snow. And I'm pulling myself up for 2 minutes, but these lads are the only guys with long legs that can get you out of snow, because they have to do a jerking movement to get you out of snow. Well, my favourite ones here are the team dogs. Team dogs can be any size, like some of the best team dogs, the winners of the Iditarod Road, the Yukon Quest, the Finnmark Lopa, they're like little, tiny little whippet size. But they've just got great morale, and basically, sled dogging is like rugby back in the day. You can be any size, but they will just motivate and keep the team happy, and they're talking. And you, after a while, you can understand them. They're like, oh, yeah, come on, guys, you're around. It's like going into work environment or anything like that. Like, they keep the morale, which is why they're my favourite. I like the others, but wheel dogs are my favourite. Yeah, so here's a little video. This is my first outing. Erica's like, oh yeah, just tie 16 dogs to my old 4x4, and you need to drive for 4 hours at 12k to train the team. And here's the map, and fucking off you go. So yeah, this is our first attempt. Very loud. These guys are building a 4x4. I don't know if you can see in the background. Well, you can imagine sometimes we have 8 teams lined up against each other, and they are shouting, like you cannot hear anything, you can't talk. It's, yeah. So this is basically a buggy that we would use to take out the little puppies, or to take out some dogs who might be trying to integrate into a team, who were too hard pullers or whatever, but we bring them out on 2 dogs or 4 dogs. There's little brakes on the back here. Yeah, little brakes at the back here, and there's the foot plate here, so we drive it, and we bring out 4 dogs, 2 dogs, just to try and get it. Yeah, so this is the dog food. This is intestines. So, yeah, as well as looking after the dogs, training the dogs, we have to unload 3 tons of intestines. Yeah. It'll take many an hour, and then break it up. So basically, for their breakfast every morning, they would have boiling hot water, some intestines, and maybe guys who get salmon, they're like, yeah, maybe one day you can get salmon. So yeah, this is the dry food we brought as an emergency. It's premium Norwegian dog food, yeah. Appetite, freeze-dried palm. Very appetizing. So yeah, I just wanted to mention tiredness. So basically, you're in the dark from November to February. You're getting 12 minutes to 0 at night, and it's a new language. Even though you don't know a lot of it, it's hard and you don't understand any of it. The only part I understood was Vonstra and Vistra, and then to pick up shit was Klukkebash, because I was doing that twice a day. And also Velding was a mongrel. So they had a hotel where they had another 30 dogs. So in total, the most dogs we had over one time was 150 dogs. So yeah, it was a lot of dogs. 120 Huskies between the puppies and the main dogs, and then 30 pet dogs, the hunters or whatever, came in. So yeah. And you have to break open all those things with a pick physically just to open the doors. And team tension, yeah, so Eric, who arrived, the Flash Gordon-esque guy, Eric didn't last too long. Eric got homesick. Eric missed his high school sweetheart. And Eric, despite being from Wisconsin, wasn't used to the cold. It's funny, like, you get people from the cold, they're not used to the cold because they live in really, really hot, heated areas. And if you're 10 hours out doing farm work, they're not used to it. Like, thank God I was doing farm work from a kid in Cork, but like, it's way colder there, but like, it's a different scenario. You can't just go in and defrost. You have to wrap up and man up. So, he fucked off, and I was left with no one 2 weeks before Christmas. So, it was me and the dogs and the manager and the owner, but they were down a man, so they were pulling. They had no one to replace until this guy came along. This guy was from Portugal. They got him on the last minute, and he was building sleds in a place about 300-400 kilometers away. Lovely guy, but full of shite. On your CV, we all lie, but if you ever go up, don't sledding or go up to the cold, don't fucking lie. Because they get found out quickly. And poor old man, he got found out. He was a great mountaineer, great smile, but he wasn't a great worker, and he knew fuck all about dog sledding. He was very passionate, but there was a massive hatred very quickly, which brought a lot more attention to the team. So yeah, it was not the easiest. So this is us at Christmas. You can see Manny's not there, but anyway, we had a bit of crack, and they looked after me because I was doing, I don't know, 80 hours work a week, because there was no one there, and your man was like really worried. He's like, Ian, how are you going to leave? And I was like, well, I can't afford to leave, so they're fucking pushing me. They went to no cheeky bastard. So yeah, Irish tradition question mark. So they were asking me what's Irish food, and I was like, oh, it's ham, it's this, and I'm like, oh yeah, we have that. And like, what's an Irish tradition? I was like, oh, we go swimming at Christmas. And they were like, we'll go swimming at Christmas here. I was like, fuck yeah, well, that's one thing. I'm one of 3 brothers. Like, I'm the smallest on the run for the litter, so like, I was beating the shit out of it. If they say you won't do it, I'll do it. So yeah, Christmas Day, -35. Water temperature just above freezing. So yeah, if anyone, I can see Nikki there for the winter dippers, but if anyone's in there, yeah. So here it is, at -35. Nice light wind.
Not in yet, Ian. Not in yet. Jesus Christ.
I knew if I didn't put my head under the second time, my brother would ridicule me, all my brothers would ridicule me and say I never swam.
Well,
So
it's the tradition.
I don't know how to fast forward this one. I had to run back in to put my head under, so we got in once, and then there's ice on the seabed.
Well done,
It's
yeah.
horrendous. This is the Portuguese guy commentating.
Yeah.
Who's that with you in the water then?
And the guy's son. Well, I had to run back in again to put my head on the
I'm
ice.
alive, I'm alive.
I remember my brother would.
Oh no!
Jesus.
So yeah, so this is the new replacement. The Portuguese guy left, so there was two of us. Eric left. The Portuguese guy came. He left, or he got fucked out. I don't know. He didn't really work at all anyway. So Enyo came and he was brilliant. He was a young guy from Denmark, and the guys who can speak Danish can speak pretty well, and the Norwegians can all understand. The Finnish can't understand each other, but those three countries, they're perfect. So yeah, they really loved him, and they could chat to him, and they could actually talk, and he could translate. That was brilliant. So yeah, this is him at the door. So this is just clearing the snow. We had to clear the snow off the cars, off all the rails up here, to make sure the ice didn't fall on the dogs. Roofs up here, like it was a lot of clearing ice and the dogs' bodies work before the day even started, before we did the bash, picking up the shit, feeding the dogs, all that stuff. So yeah, that was probably the worst part of the job, just the physical.
Is that the morning?
Yeah, or maybe the day, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's quite, yeah, it could be a flash.
See the lights on.
It's always on most of the time, so I can't get that video because it won't link. But this was my favourite dog, Curry. Love this dog. I think he's a bit German Shepherd. And he was he was a huge puppy. But unfortunately, attacked by his mum. It's the romantic side of people loving animals and stuff, but when you work on the farmyard, when you see this stuff, there's quite a lot of violence sometimes. And for some reason, if the mother rejects the pups, the pups might be really good, and they don't neuter the males, and they don't spay the females because they could be used for breeding. These animals could be worth thousands. They can keep the show on the road. People living in the one place. It is what it is, and some families get along further away. So yeah, it's the harsh reality. But yeah, this is us up on the Finnmark plateau, training the dogs. This is when the light's coming up. It's probably March now. We have to wait till February to see light, but when it comes, fucking amazing. So Luna, he introduced us to ice fishing and cross-country skiing, and he was famous for camping out when he was ice fishing, and instead of using pegs, he would use frozen trout. Couldn't find a picture, but when you catch the trout, they freeze in 2 minutes, and he's like, why carry pegs? This was us slacklining because the work was so intensive. We decided, and we couldn't get out. We got out once a month. We decided to have some little activities that we could take our mind away because with the language and with learning all the dogs, literally learning the ropes, building the ropes, you need to take your mind away from stuff. So this is us ice fishing here. We day off from Groundhog Day, and we're running into the ice. So we usually set up like 8 holes, and it was a length probably like lock body depth. So between like 2 foot to 10 foot in different places, and then we put down different rods. So we're here sitting on the reindeer skins, eating our trout and cream, and then I caught my trout, so I was happy out, ready to.
You robbed your man's tent peg.
I didn't even cut them, just fucking fried them there and then. So yeah, this is when we were up in the Sami area, and we were lucky enough to. What's that?
New coat, sheepskin.
New coat, yeah. It's I don't know what it is. It's their jacket, but it's not sheepskin. Yeah, this is amazing. There's no internet there. Your phone is frozen, and this is where the real Sami people are living, and you can hear them singing, and they dig. Every year they dig like a big round sofa into the snow, and they bring the big tables. Everything is made from snow, and you can just sit around and have a barbecue. So probably what they say. This is another video I can't open. Another video. So yeah, Northern Lights. Yeah, they're shite. I was there for 6 months, and I saw maybe 3 good days. Maybe. Yeah. And it's so frustrating. So many tourists come up, and someone will say, "Oh, we see the Northern Lights," or someone like, "You've never seen them, have you? You've never seen them. We've been to Iceland. We've been to. I think you're better off maybe out at sea." But the annoying thing is that it's like the new camera phones now. They take different colours, so everyone has seen the Northern Lights on David Attenborough. They've seen them on this and they've seen them on that, and you will never ever see them like that with naked eye. You won't see them. You'll see green, or you might see purple one day, or rarely you'll see red, and hardly ever you'll see them. You'll just see little dancing, but you won't see them like that. This is, yeah. And it used to really annoy me because a lot of people came up to see them, and I just love dogs in the snow, and like the Sami people, they had 16 or 60 different words for reindeer. They had 100 different words for snow, and they loved the environment. But the Northern Lights, they were like, you know, they're great for direction, and they are amazing, but they're not what we see on the camera. Every time we see it on the camera, it's through a really slow version. There'll be people going on Northern Lights tours, and they're like, "Yeah, we hunted the Northern Lights last night," and they were taking a picture of black sky and coming back and going, "This is what you saw." And the brain is saying, "Oh wow, yeah, I saw it," but hugely disappointing, unfortunately. I hate to break it to you.
Is that what you saw, Ian?
No, this is through the camera. This is not through my eyes. It's really deceiving. The odd time you'd see something similar to it,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't see that. Like the real highlights up there, because it's so dark, you're checking what moon's going to be out. Like, yeah, full moon. So you can go skiing or you can go walking without a head torch. It's not about the Northern Lights, it's about the moon and being able to go out and, yeah, explore. So this is way more impressive than the Northern Lights. This is the sea eagles. We get them in Kerry, but they're epic. And we're on the Alta River, it's one of the best salmon rivers in the world, and they would keep holes open all year round. They would dive into them even if they couldn't catch a salmon, just to keep them open to try and catch a salmon every day. So we'd be driving the dogs down and you'd see them the odd time catching a salmon. Again, the European elk, this is way more impressive as well, but also extremely, extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. So we'd be driving a sled dog team, but over the years, unfortunately, there was attacks that happened with an elk running across the line, or an elk kicking a dog, paralysing a dog, breaking legs. So we always had to carry a knife, always, to cut the lines, or to kill a dog, or to get an elk out of the lines, because it was a common occurrence, especially the mothers with the young calves, that they would panic. And they are huge animals, and if they fall on you or the sled, and there's nothing you can do, it's nothing you can do. They're about, I don't know, 6 or 7 foot the males when the legs are huge, and then just the bulk of the body, but they're just massive. So yeah, so this is the day the circus came to town, the Finnmark Slopet. So this is the race. We started in November, the Finnmark Slopet was in March. Unfortunately, with all the staff turnover and me being the only consistent, like they weren't able to enter the race. Well, I was kind of delighted. I worked hard, but the reason I went there, I wanted an adventure, and I trained for so many marathons in my life. I trained for so much stuff, and I got injured, or stuff came up, and I was the person who'd never done a marathon. But like, you know, like, what have you done? Like, oh, I trained for one, but I never did anything. But like, I knew I could come here and train the dogs, and I could say, look, I trained the dogs, and they were the athletes, you know, and they've gone on to win other races. But unfortunately, this year there was no race. So Eric is a 3-time champion. He's not happy. He wanted his protege to run the race. He was really pissed off. I'll put the album on, it's more entertaining. But yeah, so basically, he won the race in the early 90s. There was no internet. It's like, I used to surf, and surfers hate the modern surfers because you can go on the internet and follow the weather. They used to have to learn the clouds. He hated the modern races. He moved there with nothing. He built up a stable, and he did it from ground. And these guys are coming in from Alaska and from Norwegian TV personalities like the Bear Grylls in Norway, and they're like, yes, we're in Eric Nielsen's Holmen Husky Centre. And yeah, the TV cameras came in, everyone came in, like sponsorship. Like, to win this race, you can win a house. You're made up. You can win almost €1 million in prizes between sponsorship of skis and dog stuff. Like, it's big bucks. So yeah, he absolutely hated it, but he had to take it. And he won the race. Not only did he win the race and win the prize, but he wins sponsorship. Sponsorship from a dog food producer that feeds your dog. You can't say how much that is worth. So he had to hit on the chin. So there was this guy, Lars Monsen. He's the Bear Grylls of Norway, and yeah, he came out with a few trips with them. But Eric liked him, but Eric fucking hated him. But he loved him. But like, he wasn't his generation. He was, and also a lot of these guys, they come in just in the early bit of social media. So they don't want to win the race, they just want to enter the race and have the experience. And Eric is like, oh man, I sold my life, I got divorced for the dogs, I wanted to win the race, and then these guys are coming around. So yeah, we got Lars Monsen, and then we got the professional stoner from Alaska, Hugh Neff. Yeah, he used to wear big hats and mad stuff, and Eric used to say, oh, he reminds me of you with your loud shirts. I was like, I love one, right, Eric? So yeah, the show came to town, the guys raced, and we saw the Finnmark Slopet, and then we just finished off after that month. We had a month just chilling, enjoying the sun, and doing nice rides, and yeah, whatever. So that's pretty much coming to the end, but I guess the thing I want to get across in this talk, as opposed to others, is that one, through Workaway and through other websites, and if any of you are interested in doing any adventures on a fucking shoestring, talk to me, because there's a lot of websites you can do stuff. And if you're willing to put yourself out there, and you're willing to talk to these people, and even you guys, if you want to take people on to do something, you can get people for free. And also just to put yourself out of your comfort zone. I just needed it to clear my head. I do it regularly. I get very angry, my head goes a bit nuts, and I need to get out there and go walkabout. So yeah, it's just an amazing experience, and thanks all for your time, and over to Karen. I went to them to Guatemala last year from Workaway. They run camps for people with disabilities in Guatemala. I'm working for a charity now. I used to work for Barristown. I wouldn't give them money. I'm not saying bad things about them, but it goes into advertising and marketing. These guys, it goes to everything. A lot of them had a lot of mutations because of what was dropped during the Civil War. They're great people, and they're lawyers, they're everything, and they were
and turn on the lights. God love them. I just want to talk like a couple of things. The first thing, just for people who, this is our 5th week now, and thank you to everybody that's turned up, because every night has been full, and it's been really, really brilliant to see. And he's jumping for joy. But just to give you an idea, we've raised over €1,500 for these charities. So the first night was over at Paddock Home Care, Peter McVerry Trust, Kinvara Body Group, Leonard Donoghue that had an accident, and Vienna Sadler's gang that Ian, thank you. Thank you. Who's that fellow again? So in terms of your donations are going, and like that's a total offspring to it. Like it's a real. Sorry, I'm in your way there. But this is a real offshoot of these talks are really for an hour and 10 minutes, and that's the whole premise of these. It's to get in here for an escape from normality and to get pushing their limits a little bit more and trying different that you haven't tried before. So raising €1,500, it's not a huge amount of money, but like for what we're here for, the focus, to me it's massive. So thank you for that. Second one is, I said at the beginning, I'll give you a minute, take it here. I know a lot of people aren't on Facebook, and that's fine. We have over 6,000 views of the last 5 talks, and that's not including Ian. So Andreas has been so good to us for 3 years now. Every night he has come here, minus one night that Martin Ryan did, fair play to him. But Andreas has given up his time. All this is voluntary, but in fairness to Andreas, the photo qualities are top notch. To Maeve Kelly, where's Maeve? She's thanks to Maeve for doing all the Facebook Live stuff, fair play to you, and to you, all the audience. Genuinely, thank you very, very much for coming. And the last slide, around the place here tonight, you've seen it probably already, but there's 4 of these. If you want to get on the mailing list for practical sessions, we were chatting about that last week, but we are hoping to start practical sessions in the next few weeks. Well, not in the next few weeks. We're going to meet about it in the next few weeks and maybe get it going in maybe February or March. But if you want to try kayaking or windsurfing or paramotoring, or we actually have an offer already of teaching people paramotoring with a kite on the ground, so happy days, that's open to us all already.
Or a windsurfing.
Get your name on one of those lists there this evening. And the other ways of promoting it is on Kinvara Adventure Talks Facebook. So if you're not on that, happy days, sign up for that. And Kinvara Community Newsletter, which Ailish over there sends out every month, so fair play to you. But other than that, the most important part, and this is my final word, get out and explore and push your limits.
Big round of applause for Paris.